first thing I want to do is introduce you guys to Auntie Denise. Some of you don't know her. I remember you. Do you remember? Good.
Kind of go through this really quickly because I know you guys are on a schedule and we have some events to senators. There are three branches of government. We have the executive, the legislative, and the judicial.
They're all different chairs.
Yeah, they have different chairs. What else? The tapestry?
Oh, the moon, yes.
The chandelier is the moon. Do you guys know what the chandelier is made out of?
Shells.
What kind of shells? What kind of seashells? How long can you be governor now? What is the maximum amount of years you can be governor?
2.
2 terms of how many years? 4. So how much is that total? 8. 8 years. After you're governor for 8 years, you cannot run again. That did not exist. What is this big circle behind? Remember we talked about the very first question I asked you downstairs.
The year-long program, they come once a month, and then towards the end they come twice a month because the weather's better on the North Shore. It's hard to get them in the tide pools when these are 50 feet. We try, they want to though. So there's actually 11 sessions, and then in the summer there's a 5-day straight one where they come for a 5-day straight. So this is actually their second to last for the school year, and their last one will be a treat. They get to go to Coconut Island to the UH Marine Lab out there, and they get to take the boat out. And some of them were in the program last year. We have a lot of repeat students, which is a good sign. They really enjoy it and like to continue. So Shaggy, I'm going to ask you to please give this to Senator Key on my behalf. Please stand up. So one of the things that the students did was they studied marine debris, and they actually made art out of some of the plastics that they collected off of the beach.
Formal introduction to these two amazing people. I've been fortunate to be able to work with them on many, many issues, and they are passionate champions for the North Shore and Windward, Oahu, and we are so fortunate because they're the ones who are down here all the time on the House and Senate fighting for the things that we need on the North Shore, and they've also loved the ocean, love rural areas like the North Shore, and they're going to tell you about some of the things that they've worked on, and we're just so fortunate to be working with them. And this is actually, they're out of school too, just like you are, so for them this is an extra for them, so we really appreciate it, and Diamond for helping out to arrange it. So I'm going to turn it over to them to talk about whatever they want. And then we'll have kids' questions.
And one of the things that we do is introduce bills that we think will make a difference, and it will hopefully become a law. And once it becomes law, it can actually change the way people act.
Discipline our life with nature. That is disappearing if it hasn't disappeared already. And that's what you youngsters are so important.
Okay, so this one, I know some of you guys are asking me, like, what does any of this have to do with us and what we do, okay? I want to let you know that where we're going now has a lot more to do with what we do, okay? Because basically what happens is, our area is a marine protected area, right? So when we say we have to call and report something, we don't get regular police and we don't get the governor, right? We get these guys, okay? So that's how much closer it is to what we're doing. So when we ask you guys to talk a little bit, those are the kinds of issues we can talk about in there. Me in charge of this fantastic group of keiki who are in a program called Kapapakai Seaside Class. So essentially what happens is their classroom is Shark's Cove and their lab are the tide pools.
Maybe a little bit of what I do. I'm the chairperson of the Department of Land and Natural Resources. So I'm responsible for everything that goes wrong.
So we oversee the entire state, and we enforce all the laws that were established to protect our ocean resources.
My name is Jason Redula. I'm a Conservation and Resource Enforcement Officer for the Department of Land and Natural Resources. Now you might be asking yourselves, what is that? Well, to break it down, simply what that means is that I'm a police officer, but a special kind of police officer. One that enforces our natural, historical, and cultural laws.
I spend most of my time working on freshwater and streams, but I spend some time working in the ocean. So I also share the interest in the O'u, which migrates from the stream to the ocean and then back, and also the Honu, which is amphibious, which can go in the water or stay on the land. So if you do both, you have more possibility of surviving.
I know, I can tell.
Does that look a little familiar? Like maybe Lonnie's with the turtles.
If you don't like it, what makes you think they do? Please keep your distance and respect our running water. What was the move?
What's up? Wait right there for us.